Hey, I'm glad you guys are here today. I'm glad you're doing this over this weekend. Good luck on your projects. You guys are going to do fabulous. Let's go ahead and talk about factoring an ax squared plus a bx plus a c. No longer are we looking at just x squared as our first term. We're looking at a coefficient of anything other than 1. So it changes our problem slightly. But let's do this the easy way, so let's get started. I want you to be able to answer when you factor a trinomial, what type of polynomial do you have? Remember type, trinomial, binomial. Okay, that's type, classifying them. Example 1. Before we jump into the box in diamond to factor trinomial, because there's these coefficients, our diamond's going to get relatively big. Because remember, I already showed you a little bit on how to start factoring with an A. I started showing you it's going to be what adds to B and what multiplies to A times C. No longer is A 1, so it changes our problem slightly, because now we're going to do 48 times 8, which is 384, which is ridiculously huge. So let's make this problem easier. And you saw this in your homework yesterday when we're going to take out the GCF to make the trinomial smaller, because smaller numbers are easier to work with. Everything in here has an 8 in common, so let's factor out an 8 using our GCF. 8x squared divided by 8 is x squared. 56 divided by 8 is 7. 48 divided by 8 is 6. Now we have a trinomial that's really easy to factor with the box and diamond, and that's exactly what we're going to do. The biggest thing here is don't forget you have this 8 there. You pulled out this 8, but you can't forget about it. Otherwise, these are not equal statements, equivalent balanced statements. So box and diamond, we know that right here we have x squared and we have 6. We know that it needs to add to -7 and multiply to 6 times 1, 6. Instead of looking at 380 something, we're looking at 6. Much easier. Okay, much more simple. So the only things that multiply to 6 are 3 and 2 and 6 and 1. We have to be using 6 and 1. They add to a negative number, so both of these are negative. And now we can easily fill in here -6x, -1x, GCF, -1, GCF, -6, x, and x. Here's the part that I'm hitting you guys so hard on, some of you. You do this box, but you cannot put them out in standard form properly. And if you can do the box, but you can't write it in standard form, it's nothing. So make sure you know how to do this. Don't neglect the 8, otherwise it's not equivalent. We took out a GCF. Now we have x minus 1 and x minus 6. And we factored it. We're done. That's all we got to do. Number 2. Let's go ahead and look at these. Make this problem easier. Is there anything that we can grab out that's a GCF? Nope. So straight to the box and diamond we go to. Box. We know that we have 2x squared and we have 5. Diamond needs to add to 11. And now remember, this is A times C. 5 times 2 multiplied to 10. Add to 11 multiplied to 10. What adds to 11 but multiplies to 10? 10 and 1. Pretty good so far. Now we can't just throw 10 and 1 in there because we have this 2 in front of this x. So one of these is going to be a 2x and one of these has to be an x. Okay? One of these has to be a 5 here, okay, so that we get a 10x. And then this one has to be a 1 to get a 1x. So now no longer are we GCFing right here. We're just using logic to plug in what we have. But look out. Look what happened. We just plugged in 10 and 1 right there too, and then GCF that way. So you can still do the same thing. We're good. 2x plus 1 not 2, sorry, x plus 5. And we factored it. Done. So the same rules apply, but no longer are you looking at just 5, you're looking at multiplying the a and b. Number 3. Is there anything that we can take out that they have in common to make the problem simpler? The answer is no. So we got to box and diamond it. 2x squared, 5. Now, they need to add to -7 and multiply to 5 times 2, 10. The only thing logical right now is 5 and 2, but adds to a negative, so both of these need to be negative. Okay, so we'll have a -5x, and we'll have a -2x. GCF. GCF right here is an x. GCF right here is a 2x. GCF right here is a -5, and GCF right here, nothing, so automatically that's a 1, and this one has to be negative. Let me double check I did this right. 2x times x is 2x squared. -5 times x is -5x. 2x times -1 is -2x, and -5 times -1 is 5. Great, we got that trinomial up there that we're supposed to have. The factored form is x minus 1, 2x minus 5. Example 4. Anything that we can grab out of here to make this simpler? The answer is no. Remember, if you can, have a GCF in the very beginning. It makes the problem a lot easier to work with. Okay, so box and diamond. 3x squared, 8. What adds to -14 and multiplies to 8 times 3, 24. Let's see, the only logical thing is 12 and a 2. Okay, now which ones are going to be negative? Both of them, because it adds. So -12x, -2x, sorry. GCF right here is 3x. GCF right here is x. And 3x times x is 3x squared, so we're on the right track. GCF right here between 4 and 12 is, sorry, this is 4. 8 and 12 is 4. Must be negative because this one is negative. That one's positive. This one is going to be -2. Done. Double check my work. Yep. -4 times 3x is -12x. X times -2 is -2. -4 times -2 is 8. Good. We have 3x minus 2 times x minus 4. Done. All right. On your own, I would like you guys to factor these two polynomials right here. When you're ready to check your answers, please play your video. Okay? I will be here ready for you to check them. All right. I'm leaving you here with a big hint so far. I want to see answers for both of them. Okay? Here's your essential question. What type of polynomial do you get? Type, classify it. And your checkpoint is online. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend again. Bye, guys.